Hello and welcome guys to my show. This is Agile 3.0 and I'm your host Gajanan Chaudhary. So today we will learn the ground level Agile. So what exactly ground level Agile, we have to see it. So let's focus on few points which we will discuss today. So first point is what is traditional method, drawback of traditional method, and why Agile comes into the picture. So let's start. Okay, so what is traditional method basically? So traditional method means to gather the all requirement, analyze it, make a designs, make a structure of the entire design, make an analysis document, provide this on analysis document for verification. After verifying the documentation, make a skeleton of your project or your product. Then uh, fill that entire skeleton, that entire design with coding, then testing, and finally release it to the client. So this is basically the traditional method flow. Now if I say this is a traditional method flow, so how this flow is working? So if you see at the left side, it's a organizational structure where the entire organization is working for different projects. There is a hierarchy and you have to follow this hierarchy. In traditional methodology, you cannot directly speak with your superior. If you have any issue, any problem, any concern, you have to speak with your lead or your manager only. You cannot directly go to the program manager, to the vice president, or to the directors. Second thing is, in traditional methodology, once we gather all the requirement, till the development and till the release, there is no client or customer communication directly. So once we delivered everything, then only we have a client or customer communication, whether they like, whether they don't like, or what exactly it is. So if we see, this is a traditional methodology design. So first is analysis, then requirement, specification, designs, development, testing, and finally it goes to release and then come into the maintenance part. So mostly these methodologies used for a long term projects. For example, 1 year or 2 years projects. In this project we gathered all the things once and we delivered all the things once at the end of project time. If I show you, this is again one of a model which we called as a V model, within which traditional methodology is working. So basically in waterfall, in V model, in spiral models, traditional methodologies are used, and these entire process run in these methodologies. Now if I say drawback of traditional methodologies, so it's a very simple, guys. No working software is available till the last release. Communication gap is there between client and the actual development team. It's a very high risk because within a 1 year's time, client may have different mindset. They have changed their mindset about the product, about the release, but because there is a lack of communication between client and development team, we do not get those all updates from client. Sometimes it's a very poor model or very poor software released to the client based on the understanding of development team, based on the understanding of the entire team members. If we see the flow of software, it's release mostly on yearly basis, in which client expectation may change. It's a very simple thing, guys. Like when we got the order of any product, at that time maybe client's mindset is different, but when we release the model to client, till the time client visited lot many places, visited lot many softwares, and they have change their minds, but we do not have that all updates because there is a communication gaps. And after final release, for small errors or small changes may rise a lot of financial expenses, because to fix those all errors, those all changes, enhancement, we charge a big amount to our client, where client is unhappy because they says you do not communicated with us in an entire year, and this is the reason these changes are pending at our end. This is not our fault, and where the actual fight is started between client and the vendor teams. After final release, it's applied for hot fixes and patches which are really very high risk patches, because you do not know when those patches or hot fixes tear the entire product, damage the entire product, and it's not only damage the product but it damage the image or the first look of our company in front of client, and it started the anti-marketing for our organizations. After some time, hot patches and fixes may create a big noise for us. Even client started pushing those patches and hot fixes. When client found these things, at that time client is very angry and they started shouting, they started noising in their meetings, and this way the basic relation between client and vendor goes damaged. Traditional method are inflexible model which does not provide the feedback to client. Yeah, this is a real good example, guys. If you see the picture, client says we want agile, but organization says we will go for waterfall, and in between this fight the entire release goes in a damage method, because waterfall model is very easy for use. As per our convenience we can make changes in this methodology, but these changes may damage the product quality and may damage the product certainty. So this is it, guys. Now why agile comes into the picture? So guys, it's a very simple example, like lots of failure in project releases, lots of noises after the final releases, customer dissatisfaction, a gap between client and customers, development teams poor understandings based on the assumptions they delivered the product, which at the end goal not match, and this is the reason client rejected such kind of releases. Long queue of pending tasks and queries at customer side, sometime at vendor sides also. Demoralized team and unsatisfied clients, guys. Demoralized team because it's a huge pressure on some of a team members, and unsatisfied clients because they do not have a communication, they don't know what is the growth of their product, and finally when we release the product, at that time this line here most of the time that we want a elephant, we ordered a elephant and you are delivering us a buffalo. Guys, this is a very embarrassing sentence which always client says after the final release, after their verifications. So team can communicate only as per the organizational structure. Like if you say I am a junior member, so I can communicate only my senior members or team leaders. I cannot directly go to my manager and ask the question to them. So because this is a hierarchy and you have to go through the hierarchy, you have the access till your super level, not more than that. So this is again one of a drawback, guys, because if team leader have a lacking of knowledge, then based on that lacking of knowledge and based on that assumptions, the entire development goes on, and this may chaos in futures. Team training and boosting is missing. Yeah, guys, definitely if team is lacking somewhere, technology wise, communication wise, or understanding wise, their trainings are required there, but because there is no such cases, or there is no such things are implemented in organization, team is waiting for the training and boosting their knowledge, and this is the reason team get demoralized, team get demotivated, and they are doing their work in under pressure. And in under pressure they have a mindset that this is a work assigned to me by my leader, when I'll complete this work and when I will be free from this work. So they are not doing that entire work from their mind, from the bottom of their heart. They are just doing their work because it's assigned to them. That's the reason. Zero work and culture management. Yeah guys, this is really true that there is a very sometime very pressurized culture. Sometime there is unsatisfactory culture. Like if team is complaining something, management just disagree those complaints, or management just bypass those complaints. They are not very keen to understand or to listen those kind of complaints, those kind of problems which team is facing, those kind of pains which team is facing. And this is the reason guys, most of the time products are failed at the end release. Work life balance is completely missing. I seen a lot many teams are working in their organization for more than 14 to 15 hours. Sometimes some teams are sitting in their organization for almost 72 hours to complete their work, and after 72 hours also, when they complete their work, there are lot many flaws founded, there are lot many mistakes founded by test engineer, by UAT guys, by client peoples, or by the superior peoples, and rework again started. Guys, this is very simple thing, that it's a human psychology. We have a brain which will work for almost 8 hours, maximum 9 hours, not more than that. And if we are pressurizing our brain to work for 72 hours, definitely it happens that brain is started doing less work and getting more pressure, and because of this brain is started doing mistakes. So this is the reason agile method comes into the picture. If you see the diagram, we are doing planning, design, build, test and review, and we release the entire product to our client for their verification. If they have any sort of changes, if they have they required any kind of enhancement, then they will provide those things to us, and in third sprint we accommodate all those things, because our second sprint is already started. We are already started work in our second sprint by doing planning, designing, build, testing and reviews. So till the time whatever enhancement or change request comes from client, we adopted all those things in sprint 3. And likewise we are delivering a small patches, a small working area of our software to our client, and using this we are not only gaining the satisfaction, but we are gaining the happiness of our client, continuously communication with our client. So if client feels somewhere any kind of changes, client immediately raise it and we can immediately accommodate it into the client's product. Using agile methodology, we are not only releasing the product which client required, but we are releasing those product which make something new, which make something glittering things in client's product, which make some valuable add some valuable things in client's end product for their end customers. And this is the way we are not only doing our best business, but we are gaining customers satisfaction, we are gaining their hopes, our success and their confidence also on our team. And using this, even client provide more and more business to same vendor, same organization for long term basis. So this is the reason guys agile comes into the picture. We will continue this session in our next topic. Till the time, please wait. If you have any queries, any doubts, you can add it into the comment section, pass it to me, I'll answer it for those all comments, all those sections. Thank you so much and have a nice day.